Today, what I want to talk about is giving ourselves a little bit of self-love. So I feel like that's something that a lot of us have not done a good job of. And like for me as well, like included in that, I've always kind of felt like self-love was something like a waste of time. It was not super important and didn't really matter. And like, it was like, yo, like, don't be a bitch, right? If you go easy on yourself, you're never going to become anything. You have to be like driven and working hard in order to be able to achieve any of those things. However, I started to really implement, and I listened to a book. What was the name of the book? I don't know. If I can remember it, I'll put it on screen. But anyway, and that book is basically just kind of like talking about the idea that you've got to give yourself like self-empathy and compassion and love, and talk to yourself the way that you would talk to like a dear friend, because ultimately that is like how you can like grow and how you can like, improve. Like, because if you're sitting there like, I'm a piece of shit, like I couldn't meet this deadline, like I suck, I don't know how I messed that up, like you're never gonna be oops. And if you feel that way, like you're never gonna be satisfied, you're never gonna be happy with like what you have going on. And there is a big level of importance to being comfortable, like working on yourself and being polite to yourself and growing with yourself, right? And so I think that you have to be able to say like, hey, like I might have not gotten all this done, or like even for me, like this week, I was like, man, the week didn't start off very good. And sometimes we're going to have weeks where we don't do as good, but I'm going to lock in the last part of this week. I'm going to focus and I'm going to respect that like things didn't go my way, and I'm going to do better, and I want to achieve something. So I think you have to look at things sometimes and go, hey, like some things don't work out the exact way that I had hoped that they would work out, but nonetheless, I'm also going to, you can make the adjustment, but you have to be able to be okay with who you are as a person and be able to say like, I love myself and I make mistakes sometimes. That's what makes me human. I'm going to use these mistakes to get myself better, and being appreciative of who you are. And I think the way that we can really kind of use this more is positive affirmations. So positive affirmations, for those of you who don't know, would be talking to yourself in the mirror and saying things like, I am good enough, and I am happy with who I am, and I do appreciate the care and the respect and the love that I have for me, and I am working to get better every day, and I am a star, and I will accomplish my goals, and I will be that person that I want to be, right? And it's hard to say those things because maybe you don't always believe them, and you don't always believe that you're worthy of love, and that you're worthy of compassion, and that you're worthy of achieving the things that you want in life, but you are. And if anybody says that you're not, or if you don't believe you're not, like who is, right? Like who is worthy of achieving certain things? Like it's just one of those things where it's like nobody in theory is like worthy of anything, and everybody is worthy of everything. So I don't think it really matters. I think the way you have to look at things and look at life is basically like just the idea that like life is what it is, and the only way like you're going to achieve the things that you want, and the only way you're going to appreciate who you are, is by just giving yourself full credit and giving yourself like full love and full respect and full caring. Because if you don't have that and you don't give yourself that, then like in theory you really don't have anything. So I think you have to give yourself positive affirmations, talk to yourself positively. For every like negative thought you feel, you need to like give yourself some positive thoughts and positive things to think about. And you need to start believing in who you are. I have a video that I did probably like 2.5, 3 weeks ago going over like how important believing in yourself really is. But it starts with just saying it. Even if you don't start with believing it, just say it out loud. Just say, I am enough. I am, I am going to achieve these things that I want. I am great. And then just start working on that as well. Like, I also just made a video about the values that you have as well. And so by giving yourself love and caring about yourself, that's like another value that I think you should carry. And I don't think it is cocky or silly to do those things, right? Sometimes it feels that way, but I also think it's super important to be able to achieve that. So that's all I got for today's video. Thanks for watching. If you're new, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.